Okay, so this video is going to be very different from all of my other videos. You see, almost every day I get questions from guys about women, dating and sex and so on, and there are some I get over and over and over again. Now, I've answered some, actually most of these common questions in so many of my different videos, but today I want to do something to spice things up. Today, I want to get someone else to answer these questions that I get so you can hear somebody else's perspective. So I've invited another one of my wing girls from my team, Pam. Pam is a professional model, a gamer, which I think is so badass, and she used to be a cheerleader for the LA Kings hockey team. She's obviously drop dead gorgeous, but also has great insight into how dating and attraction really works. Plus, being what many would refer to as a perfect 10, she's had a lot of experience being approached by guys, rejecting guys, accepting guys. And her experience can help you understand what actually works and what doesn't, especially when it comes to stunningly hot women. So, I know you're gonna love this video, so just keep watching and pay very close attention to everything she says because I am going to grill her on the questions that you need answers to. My name is Marni, and from here on out, I'm going to be your personal wing girl. I'm gonna tell you everything that you need to know about women, what women want and what they really want when they're saying they want something else. Plus, I'm gonna give you instantly effective tips and tools to use on the women that you meet. Before I introduce you to Pam, I want to take 60 seconds to tell you about today's amazing video sponsor, Tiege Hanley. Tiege Hanley is an amazing skincare line for men that is super affordable. Tiege's Level 1 system comes with a daily face wash that you use both morning and night, an exfoliate scrub that you use twice a week, and 2 moisturizers, an AM and a PM moisturizer, because you need different things for your face. If you have crow's feet, dark circles, or puffiness around your eyes, upgrade to their Level 2, which comes with their amazing eye cream. And if you want to fight lines and wrinkles, check out their Level 3, which comes with this super yummy serum that makes your skin all glowy. And boom, you're done. And because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers only, a great deal. Just click the first link in the description, and not only will you get Tiege Hanley for the best possible price, but they're also going to give you a free gift inside your first box. So click that link and get started for just $25. All right, anyways, without further ado, I want to introduce you to Pam, and she is going to be answering 20 of the most common questions I get from guys. And trust me, it could help spark some major breakthroughs in your dating life. So sit back, pay attention, and watch till the very end. All right, so guys, here is my lovely, gorgeous wing girl, Pam.
Hey there, I'm so excited to be here today. Thanks for having me, Marni.
Yeah. I have on my phone a list of 20 common questions I get from guys about dating, girls, sex, etc., all the good stuff that we usually talk about. And what I want to do is get your opinion and point of view on these questions.
Love that.
So I think you've had your fair share of experience in the dating world, and I know you have great insights on this topic, which is obviously why I invited you here to talk about this. All right, so let's begin.
All right, sure, sounds great. I'm ready. I think this is gonna be a lot of fun.
Perfect. Okay, so we have a simple one to start with. Okay. Question number 1. What's the number thing women look for in a guy?
Honestly, I'd say confidence. Definitely at the top of the list is gonna be confidence. There's nothing sexier than a guy with a high level of confidence. A guy who believes in his values, like as a man. And apart from that, integrity and honesty are also very important to me because that's what ends up building like your trust after all. And if you can also make me laugh, I mean, you really can't ask for too much more after that. So I guess confidence, if you could just start with confidence at the top, then those other things fall behind that.
Okay, very good answer. Question number 2, would you ever date a guy who's short?
Yes and no. Have I dated a guy that is shorter than me? Yes. It didn't last very long. I naturally end up going for guys that are taller than me. However, I do feel like that confidence and that connection, if it's there, I'm not going to just say no because you're shorter.
So you didn't break up because he was short?
No, it just ended up not working out. But I naturally do go for guys that are taller than me because I am tall for a girl as well. I'm 5'6", so I know there are guys that are 5'6" and 5'7". My very first serious boyfriend was 5'7", and we dated for 2.5 years. So never say never. I think that your connection is what's going to matter at the end of the day, and it's not your height.
All right, question number 3. How much do looks matter, and what can a guy do if he's not good looking?
Okay, so looks will obviously get you that first initial attention, like it'll catch my eye. But if your personality is just awful, or you're arrogant, or whatever it might be, that's something that turns me off, I will no longer talk to you. Like, there will be no questions about it. I don't care if you're a celebrity. I don't care if you're an athlete. I don't care if you are the most attractive male out there. I won't talk to you anymore. So will looks get you my initial attention? Absolutely. Absolutely. But to answer like the second part of the question is like, what can you do if you're not that good looking? Your confidence, if you are like a confident person, you have passion and like for life, for living your life. And honestly, this might sound like odd. I feel like if you are like if you're not like a total slob, right? And you look like you care about your health and your appearance, that already will get me like enough attention, like enough respect where I'm like, that guy at least cares about himself. He at least cares about his image. You don't have to be the most handsome person. Just like a girl doesn't have to be the most beautiful girl, but if she tries, if she like
Put yourself together well.
Exactly. Exactly. Just tries. Like, and if I see you put in an effort, like you took a shower that day, your hair's nice. Like,
I love that that's the bar. You
took a shower. And if I can see that like you at least tried, you 100% can come talk to me. 100%. I don't care if we end up going home together that night or not, but you can come sit with me because you at least tried. And I respect that.
I love that.
Thank you.
All right, question number 4. Getting a little bit dirty. Does size matter in the bedroom?
Oh, no. Actually, it doesn't. It doesn't. And it's really sad that guys do feel like that's a make it or break it kind of deal. It is absolutely not. I feel like if you just have like the attention, like if you have attention to detail. So if you're communicating with me or you're like seeing what I'm into or not into, you guys, I'm telling you, you don't even have to use what you have down there. Like, you can satisfy a woman. You can use other ways to pleasure a woman that doesn't even have to do with your size.
I agree with you.
Thank you.
We're on the same team for this one.
I think it's just about your passion of wanting to please a woman. And I think that I promise you will turn on a female.
Oh, I agree with that. All right, question number 5. Does a guy have to be rich to be attractive?
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Does a guy have to, have a job or have something that he's working towards? Yes, ideally that would be a yes. But have I dated guys that are trying to figure it out? I have. I feel like it depends on what you're doing. Like, if you're trying to start a business, but you're actively working towards it, I still respect that. But if you're not doing anything and you're just like postmating every day and you're just at home every day doing nothing and like living off your parents, I won't respect that, because I feel like now you're not doing anything for yourself. So why would I find that attractive? I feel like,
what if a guy's like unemployed? But has desires to do other things? Or what if he is unemployed? Like, what do you think of a guy who's unemployed?
I think that's okay, as long as, again, you're working towards something. If you're unemployed, be like, you know what? Like, I got fired from my job, but it's okay because I want to do this instead. I'd be like, tell me more about that then. Who am I to judge? As long as you are working towards something, that I think that's all any girl can ask for.
I agree. What about a guy who just wants to do Postmates? So that he has freedom to do other things, or just wants to do Postmates? Be honest. Would that be your thing?
For me, no. If you're okay with just sitting around and not doing anything for a better future for yourself, why would I think you're going to do anything for a better future for me?
Good answer. All right, next question. All right, question number 6. How can a guy avoid the friend zone?
Ooh, that one's a tricky one. So I feel like if you're already friends and then like for whatever reason something happens and you start having an attraction towards me or vice versa, I think when you're already friends, if you start just like kind of getting more flirty and like trying to do more things like just one-on-one with me, your chances of getting out of the friend zone are going to be a lot higher. If you're continuously doing things with me in a group setting, I'm going to assume we're just friends. Like, that's all there is. You need to give me something to start like almost planting a seed in my head. We're spending a lot more time alone together. Like, what does that mean? Or allow me to start kind of seeing you in a different spotlight, one-on-one, solo. So I think you could like 100% escape the friend zone, but you have to actively work to kind of put that into my own head.
Yeah, just stop acting like a friend. If you don't want to be a friend, you don't act like a friend.
Exactly. Yeah. Ask me to do something one-on-one. Why not? I could go into it thinking we're going as friends, but you could kind of start to lay down the groundwork that those were not your intentions.
Perfect. All right, next question. Question number 7. What is your biggest turnoff?
Oh, my biggest turnoff is actually going to be a personality trait. I think if someone is like self-entitled or even arrogant, that's 100% just going to turn me off. Like, what makes you think that you're better than me? What makes you think that you're better than anyone around us? I feel like if you have that mindset, I'm automatically going to be turned off. And that, you know what, even if you're the most successful person or you're winning all these awards for whatever you're doing in your life, that doesn't matter to me. I think somebody who's like a genuine, kind person is going to get you so much further in life than somebody who's just arrogant and thinks that they deserve everything.
I like how we're on the same page about many of these things. All right, next question.
Great minds think alike.
Exactly. What is the best way to ask out a girl?
I think, honestly, this might sound weird. Just do it. Like, just go up to me and say, like, hey, like, would you want to go, like, to dinner sometime? I'm going to say yes or no. 9 times out of 10, I might say yes. I might say, yeah, why not? Why wouldn't I get dinner with somebody who's nice and presentable? Like I said, you know, just take a shower and present yourself well. And I think if you've done a lot of those things, a lot of times I'm going to just say, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Is there certain wording that works better? Because there's a lot of people out there who say, okay, you have to not ask, you have to state a want. Like, is there a wording order that seems to resonate more?
So for me personally, I've actually had guys say, hey, I'm going to meet you here and like we're going to go out to dinner. And that actually turned me off. I was like, hey, wait, excuse me.
I don't like that either.
No, excuse me. Like, you can ask me, but you're not going to tell me. I don't like that. And I have had that happen to me. And I'm telling you right now, I was kind of thrown off. I was like, wait, I like the traditional, would you like to go out to dinner with me? Would you like to grab coffee with me? Mm-hmm. I've had guys that were like, would you want to go like walk on the beach? Yeah, absolutely. I think that sounds lovely. Yeah. So I think there's no...
What about I want to take you out?
That's fine.
That's fine too.
Yeah.
It's
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I feel like as long as you're asking, even if you're saying I want to take you out, I'd be like, oh, okay. Like, what do you have in mind? Like, what do you have in mind?
Because it's still kind of asking.
Yeah.
It's implying, but it's not like, oh, this is obviously going to happen.
Yeah. You can't demand it, you know, because again, that kind of ties back into the arrogance. Like, who do you think I'm just going to say, yeah, of course, tell me when and where? Mm-hmm. No, it's not going to work that way.
Love it.
Also, definitely make a plan. Like, don't just say, do you want to hang out with me on this day? Because I'm going to ask you, what do you have in mind? Mm-hmm. And if you don't have anything in mind, and if you tell me, I don't know, we'll figure it out, there's going to be 10 other guys that have an exact plan for me, and I'm going to go that way.
Okay. So you like people to be assertive and direct and clear about what it is that they want to do. What if it's something you don't like?
I would voice it. I've definitely had guys say, like, I don't know, we'll go to dinner and do this. And I'm like, okay, well, where are we getting dinner? Like, I want more, you know, if I'm going to...
you want detail.
Yeah, I want detail. And also, if you're like, I don't know, let's go get a drink. I don't personally feel like that's a good date. In my opinion, and that's just me personally, I don't think it's a good date.
Yeah.
What, we're going to go grab drinks, and what if we just get drunk? And it's like, are we really getting to know each other? Like, I'd like to go get coffee and go for a walk and and like really get to know you and you get to know me in a different setting, you know?
Yeah. So you like
second
activities.
date, can we go get a drink? Absolutely. But the first date, I think, is very important to like truly get to know each other. Okay. So I would decline if you said, let's go get drinks. I'd be like, I'm okay. I could do that with anyone. Really into him. Yeah, I could do that with anyone.
Okay. Next question number 9. What to do if a girl takes too much time to reply to your texts? What's happening when a girl takes time to answer to your texts?
One, we don't want to look desperate just as much as a guy doesn't want to look desperate. Mm-hmm. That's the true story behind why we're not texting you right away. Is because we also don't want to look like we're standing by our phone to text you back.
We're on the other end like this.
Yeah, like, oh my God, okay, I'm going to do it right now. Like, we see it and we're like, okay, he texted me, I'm going to wait like a little bit longer. Yeah. Now, if the girl's like waiting like days.
Or even half a day.
Yeah, even like an entire day. Yeah. Because if the guy did that to me, I'd be like, hey, obviously you're not interested. How can it take you 12 to 16 hours out of your entire day to text me or respond back to me or whatever it might be? Then now I'm going to be like, hey, you can't be that busy. Like, you could literally just text me and be like, hey, I'm sorry, I've had a busy day. Like, anything. And again, if you're not doing it, then like, someone else will. Like, that's just the reality of it. And that same goes for a girl to a guy. If a girl's not responding to you for like 12 to 14 hours, whatever it might be, then obviously, like, if she's not going to make you a priority at all, even just for texting, I would say maybe I'll look elsewhere. There's just so many others out there. Look elsewhere. Now, if she just waits like an hour to text you back, she's probably just trying not to look desperate.
Right.
I don't think there's too much to overthink in that aspect at all.
What if it's for women later in life who have kids and a job? Like, where's there a window to say, she's not interested, versus she has a busy lifestyle? Like,
So I actually love that you asked that. I think if she truly just has a very busy lifestyle, then give her that leeway. Like, give
I think
her
6
that.
to 8 hours.
Yeah,
I
give
feel
her
like
that.
a full work day and potentially kids going to bed.
Yeah, like even 8. Like,
Yeah,
you
8
could
or
literally
9.
give it 8.
Yes.
Like, if she texted you very early in the morning, probably while the kids went to school or whatever it might be, and then doesn't text you till late at night, I think let that go. You know, that's not that big of a deal. If she's not texting you till like 10, 11 o'clock at night,
Yeah, she doesn't want you to get the text.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, like, I don't know. I just feel like no matter how busy you are, I mean, I don't have kids, so like that's hard to say, but I know I have friends that have kids, and you could be super busy, but there's still little windows of opportunity. You could text somebody, you know, or even if she does the 10 to 12, but she apologizes for it.
Yes, that's
I
key.
think that's also key.
That's
if
key.
she says, I'm so sorry, it got really hectic with the kids today, let it go. Let it go.
Perfect. All right, next question. Question number 10. If a girl loses interest in you, can it be regained? If so, how?
So yes and no. Can it be regained? Absolutely. Like, absolutely. Like, maybe something happened where I didn't like one thing that you did. Maybe you got like really drunk and like did something I was like a little turned off by. That doesn't mean I'm going to totally cut you off. So it can be regained, absolutely, but I feel like you have to be careful with right off the bat coming at me like I'm sorry or like give me another chance, because I don't want you, that can come off as needy super quick when I'm already unsure how I feel about you. I think you have to be super cautious when a girl loses interest in you. I think when that happens, come at her more as a friend so you could rebuild that trust, rebuild that safety where I could feel like, okay, like maybe he did turn me off a little bit, or maybe I'm not really sure how I feel about him, but at least now he's making me feel safe. He's making me feel heard. He's making me feel understood as a friend, where now I'd be willing to go out to dinner with him again.
Okay. I love that. All right, question 11. Do you think a bad first impression can be overcome?
Yes, I think it could, but I think again, it would depend on what it was, right?
Yeah.
So I think if you were just late, I am naturally late all the time, and I think if a guy was late or if a girl was late, I think those are things you can kind of like overcome, unless for some people that is seen as so rude and they don't value my time. But for me personally, I feel like that's something that could kind of be worked on, you know? Like if you showed up late to a date with me, is that a bad first impression? Yeah, I might be upset about it, absolutely. But if you said like in a text or even after the date, like, I'm sorry, you know what, that I was really late, next time I'm gonna make it up to you. Now I'm like, okay, well, at least he wants to make it up to me, and that's something I can accept. But if he like shows up with like a hickey on his neck, that's gonna be a really bad first impression that I'm not gonna be okay with. I'm gonna be like, I think we're okay here. So it really would depend on like the level of what that bad first impression was.
Right.
I think for the most part, honestly, things aren't always going to be perfect. They're just not. And I think if you could just prove yourself either through a text message or show that like you're sorry for that bad first impression, I'm going to be way more open to giving you another chance to show me who you really are.
Or not even be sorry. So let's say the guy acts kind of shy, and then he can just show you that he's still kind of bold in other ways.
Yeah.
For me, it would make me shift my impression of him.
Yeah.
It can be changed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I agree. If a guy is shy, you know, and I'm an extrovert, like naturally I'm very outgoing, but he still asked me out on another date, but to do something different. So like, let's say we went to dinner and it was like kind of awkward silences, and that's happened to me, where it's like there's like so many pockets of just silence where I'm like kind of uncomfortable. I'm like, this kind of sucks. But the next time he asked me out to go to like an arcade game, you know, like let's go to what's that one place where there's a ton of arcade games?
It's like on the pier.
Yeah, let's just say anywhere. Dave and Buster's. Yeah. That's what it was. But let's go to Dave and Buster's, like for, you know, if you're interested, let's go to Dave and Buster's. And now I'm like, wait, he was super shy, but now he wants to do something super fun. I'm going to go with him. Let's see, like, if I see another side of him. 9 times out of 10, I might see a totally different side of him. Or if he invites me to, like, a sports game, now I get to see another side of him. I feel like you could overcome a bad first impression, because if you are naturally shy, that's okay. But then I feel like you have to make a different attempt the second time around.
I totally agree. All right, question 12. What do you do, or what to do, if you get nervous around beautiful women?
I would say just try your best to, one, listen. I feel like if you're going to be shy, then listen to her, ask questions, and just listen. Let her kind of open up to you, so that way you don't like get so nervous trying to like word vomit, right? I feel like when people get nervous, they just talk too much. So I feel like if you can change your mindset and just ask her questions, if you get nervous around, to be like, hey, like, what are you doing here? You know, or is this your first time at this bar and I've never been here? Or have you tried this drink? Like, ask questions so that way she starts like opening up to you. But I feel like if you go up to a girl right away and you're like, oh yeah, like da da da, I've been here at this bar so many times. Have you tried this drink? It's not that good. I'm gonna be like, what? Like, I feel like if you start to just open me up to you more, I feel like naturally now I'm gonna feel safer and I'm gonna start talking to you, asking you questions that a shy guy or someone who's nervous around me is also gonna start to like feel like calmer. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
more comfortable.
Totally.
Yeah, more comfortable.
Put it on her. Put the conversation on her.
Yes, yeah. Put the conversation on the girl. You know, for me, if I've ever had a guy like nervous around me, it makes me nervous because now I'm like, wait, why are you nervous? Like, I want you to open up to me. I want you to like talk to me like normal, you know? And I could feel that. So when a guy takes the opposite approach and like just like kind of gets to know me, now I'm like, oh, like he's actually interested in who I am. It doesn't matter about my legs. It doesn't matter what he sees. Right. He wants to get to know me. It's kind of cool. Even if he has ulterior motives, like in the moment, I'm gonna feel like, okay, well, at least he wants to get to know me.
Right. At least he's acting like he wants to get to know
yes,
me.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, next question. Question number 13. What does good flirting look like from a woman's point of view?
Ooh, that's a good question. I guess it's exactly like it's described in the F formula. It's fun, it's exciting, it's lighthearted. Mm-hmm. It makes you feel a range of emotions, and I don't think I can do a better job of explaining it than Marissa did in the F formula. I mean, she's the expert on this, so if you want to find out what good flirting looks like, then I would definitely check out the F formula. And it teaches you how to become a master at it. So maybe we can have like a link in the description or something so that way people can definitely kind of go look at that more, and it has a better explanation than I can give you guys.
Yes, we will have a link in the description box for sure, so that if anybody wants to get the F formula, they will do that. And you are right, Marissa has done a fantastic job. If a guy wants to master flirting, I don't think there's any faster way than using the F formula. But yeah, of course, I'm totally biased about it. Anyways, the link is in the description box below, but let's move on to the next question, okay? Question number 14. What do women think about dating an older guy?
I honestly have enjoyed dating older guys.
Me too.
My entire life. I've always dated older guys. I mean, have I dated younger? Yes, but I think there's something attractive about an older man.
Yeah. How old? Like, how much older?
The oldest I've ever personally gone myself was 43.
How many years older?
That's like was that? 13, 14 years older. Yeah, 13, 14 years older. So I've enjoyed it. And I always say like, dang, I wonder if I should have dated more older men, to be completely honest. I think what's attractive about an older man is that they're already almost like set in their life, right? So they've already done all the struggling that they've had to go through in their life, and now they're like more confident because they've already established their life. And I think that's the key. That's why an older man is attractive, is because they're more confident, because now they've already lived most of their life. They've already kind of gone through their struggles, so that confidence is there. Now I'm kind of like, dang, like this guy already knows what he wants, and that's a key too, is he knows what he wants. I feel like guys in like their 20s and their even early 30s, they're still kind of figuring it out, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think that's what kind of will steal the attention for me personally. And a lot of my girlfriends have said it too. Yeah. There is something attractive about an older man that will get your attention. Now, again, it's not just any older man. If he, you know, is like fit and he's taking care of himself, like all those things they're gonna get my attention no matter what. But there's nothing wrong with dating a guy my age or younger. Again, if he has those abilities to be confident and knows what he wants, that's gonna get my attention no matter what your age is.
Totally agree. All right, next question. Question number 15. What are some great places to meet women apart from bars and clubs?
Oh, wow.
Everywhere.
A lot of places. Yeah, I was going to say kind of everywhere, honestly. You can meet women at a park. You can meet women at a grocery store, honestly. Barnes and Nobles, I mean, you name it. Yoga classes, Pilates classes, just about anywhere. There are women everywhere. If you just take the time to like look around your surroundings, you could really approach a woman anywhere. Yeah. Just like I could find a guy anywhere. And I've met guys at a hockey rink, like just at a hockey rink. He was walking into practice and I was walking out. It could really happen anywhere. It's just about being open to that idea and looking around. And again, having that confidence in yourself, like, wow, there's a girl right next to me at Barnes & Noble. I'm going to go walk up to her and say hi. There's a girl next to me at the grocery store and I'm going to go see what she's doing. Like, just go up to girls.
I totally agree.
We are everywhere. I promise you that. Just look for us.
Yes, just lift your head up. That's all you need.
We're there.
All right, next question. This is actually a really good transition point because the next question is question number 16. How do women like to be approached?
That is a really good transition. What can I say? I mean, just be normal, I guess. I mean, we're not looking for witty pickup lines or something super duper clever. I think I said this early on. Honestly, just come up to us and just say hi. Hi, like, I am so and so, like, where are you from? Or like, what kind of book are you looking for? It doesn't matter what it is. I think if you just come up to us and just talk to us and try and get to know who we are, it's going to get our attention. And I think it's better to segue into a normal conversation if you just come up and say hi and start asking questions. You can be super engaging in the first few minutes just doing that.
I agree. All right, next question. Question number 17. What is the number one thing women want in the bedroom?
That is a very good question, and you guys better listen up so you guys can actually satisfy women, and they will not fake it. Just be passionate and, like, listen to us. Like, ask us questions if you want to ask us. Like, ask us if we like what you're doing to us, and, like, just listen to us. Like, if you see us, like, just laying there, obviously we're not enjoying what you're doing. So if you're observant and you're not just in your own, like, oh, I'm liking what I'm doing, she must love this, that's not going to work. Like, ask us, look at us, watch to see how we're reacting to what you're doing. And I promise you, we will leave being like, oh my God, he actually cared to satisfy me. I had a girlfriend say one time that she was hooking up with this guy and he was a known asshole. I mean, like, none of us really liked him. He was an athlete and we were all like, oh, like, you know, he tried to hook up with all of us. So all of us were like,
ew.
Yeah, he's just, no offense, like a typical athlete that will try and shoot their shot where they can, which I totally understand because they usually can get whoever they want.
Right.
So this girl went for it and she was like, you know what? Like, he is definitely not like your typical guy that you would take home to mom and dad. But let me tell you, he was so focused on pleasing me in the bedroom that's why she allowed to have friends with benefits with him, because he actually wanted to satisfy her every single time. And she's right. Like, I'm not saying be a jerk, but if you just focus on satisfying us, we will be satisfied. I promise you that. Ask us if we like something. If we are reacting to what you are doing, keep doing that. Like, do not stop. Please do not stop. Just keep going.
That is very good guidance.
I know this doesn't sound weird, but I feel like for a guy, unfortunately it's not about you at first. I think if you are truly trying to satisfy us, I promise you, as a girl, like, we're going to want to do the same to you. Mm-hmm. But if you're not doing that to us right away and it's going to be all about you, we're going to be turned off. You will not get another chance at that again. So if you give us a lot at first, and I know it doesn't sound like fair, I promise you though, as a girl, I'm going to be like, wait, I want to pleasure him. Like, I want to satisfy you now. Like, enough about this. Like, you sit down now. It's my turn. But if you're going to do it the other way around, now I'm going to be like, wait, what the hell?
I agree with you. I totally agree with you. All right, next question. Question number 18. Why do women play hard to get?
I think that's a defense mechanism. I think, unfortunately, for girls, we're a lot more sensitive. So our vulnerability is a lot different than a male. I think we're afraid to be played. We're afraid to be just another notch on your belt. And as a female, it is different. Intimacy is different for us. Falling in love is just, we're a lot more sensitive, and it's like a natural thing. It's just how we are built. It's in our DNA. There's science to that. Like, I know if you have sex with a girl and you look at the science for a female, there's like a hormone that's released that attaches us emotionally to a male. Mm-hmm. So I think because of that, and I think that is why, like, you're raised as a girl, like, guys should be the ones chasing a female. I know I was raised that way, and I know most girls are raised that way. So I think that is why we naturally, it's not like we're like, oh, we're going to play a game. I think we just naturally have a wall up. It's protective. Mm-hmm. And I don't think it's a game. It's not a game to me. I know it's not a game to most females. I think we're playing hard to get because we don't want to get our heart broken. And the way we get our heart broken is going to happen a lot quicker than it will for a male. So don't take it as like we're playing hard to get. I think we're just being protective of ourselves. And if you see it as a game, then play the game with us. Play the game with us. It's not a bad game to play.
Good answer. All right, question number 19. When is the best time to go for a kiss?
I mean, honestly, the first kiss is always kind of awkward. I think as a girl, too, we're sitting there like, when is it going to happen? Like, is he going to make the first move? Like, is he just going to go for it? You know, I think it's always just like, when is it like a good time? And it's not just for a guy. Like, we think about it too, you know, especially if the chemistry is there. Oh, especially if the chemistry is there and you like want to kiss him. it's like, it's still like, who does it first, you know? Usually I would prefer the guy to go first, but I've definitely had guys just straight up ask me, like, be like, I really want to kiss you right now. And I'd be like, okay, so do it. Or, you know, if I'm not interested, then I feel like you need to feel that energy though.
Yes, for sure.
Feel that energy, because I've had guys literally ask me, can I kiss you? But the energy is there. So I'm going to say yes. Now, if the energy is not there and they ask me, I'm going to be like, oh, like I don't kiss on the first date. Because I might just really not want to kiss you yet. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen. I just might not be ready for it yet. So feel the energy, because you guys know, just as I know, that chemistry is there. And sometimes you just have to either go for it. If there's like a moment where we're hugging, or like I'm laughing and I lean into your arm, it's probably a good time to do it.
Yes. I mean, honestly, I say anytime go for the kiss. If you're 45 minutes into a date and you're just like really connected or really vibing with this person, you're like, I want to kiss you right now. Do it.
Yeah.
Totally do it. And then that's a great story.
And even if you say that, like, even if you say like, I just really want to kiss you right now. Like, thank you. Yeah, like, do it.
I do it.
And that was my response. When somebody asked me, I literally said, so do it.
Yeah.
You know, and I get it. Some guys think it's like a respect thing. And I've had guys say, like, I just ask out of respect. I appreciate that. But sometimes you just got to go for it. Yeah. If you feel like it's there, like you said, 45 minutes in, go ahead.
I think so.
What's the worst that's going to happen? She's going to say, oh, not yet. Yeah. Okay, well then not yet.
Exactly. Yeah. Then you'll do it later.
Exactly.
Exactly. All right, last question. Question number 20.
Wow.
I know, so fast. How do you go from a date to sex? Like, how do you escalate up to having sex with somebody?
So I think it would depend on like what you do on the date. It comes back to flirting and like building that sexual tension. And if there's enough sexual tension, I think a girl will say yes to going back to your place or to her place with you. Yes, there can be like logistical issues, right? So if she's staying with a friend, or, you know, like you have like roommates that are super loud, or your apartment is like 45 minutes away, you know, or she has to wake up early the next day, like whatever it might be, given that the logistics are in your favor, it comes down to creating sexual tension, then inviting her back to your place. And that's why it's so important to know like how to flirt, right? Yeah. And it's important to know how to spark that sexual chemistry. And if I were a guy watching this video, I'd definitely use something like what is taught in the F formula to get good at it. If I were a guy watching this video, I'd definitely use something like the F formula to get good at it.
Sure.
Yeah, I think it'd probably be the smartest thing for a guy to do for their dating life.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the way to go from the date to sex, I guess. Nothing groundbreaking. But I would definitely check out the F formula, because then now you can get good at the flirting part, which will build the sexual tension.
Perfect. So that was actually pretty concise and accurate.
Oh, awesome.
In fact, you've dropped some great info throughout this entire Q&A thing, so I'm really happy about that. So thank you so much for taking the time to do this with me, Pam.
Oh my God,
of fantastic.
Course.
I think the guys who watch this would be very happy with what they got. It was great insight to how girls like you want to be dating, which is very similar to me. So guys, if you like this video and what Pam had to say, please show her some love. Hit that like button below, comment on this video, share this video with others, and let her know that you found this valuable. I honestly feel she did a phenomenal job today. And if I were a guy, I'd be taking notes throughout this entire video. But anyways, I want to thank you for watching. I will see you next week. And if you guys want to see Pam return with some more value bombs, just let me know in the comments and I will be sure to invite her back to share more info with you. I'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.